today. Glad to see you all back. Today, I think it's been a week and a half since the last stream we made together. So I'm glad to see you guys are finally here again. I'm gonna tell one of my friends I'm streaming right now. Oh, there you are, Nova. Never mind. Hi, Nova. Good to see you. I was about to tell you that I was on stream right now on Discord, so that's good. I am most likely gonna go get a jacket because it is cold up here. The air conditioning is like literally right up there. Yeah, I'm live. Thank you. I have no idea what that picture is that you sent me, but anyway, I will be right back. Just give me 2 seconds to go get a jacket. Actually, this one will do. I don't know why, I just randomly have a jacket in my cubby back there. I actually have a whole closet like next to, it's in my room, but just wanted to put this on because I am getting cold. So just for now, it's quite hot actually outside because it's still summer. Summer degree weather is like typically like 90 actually. It's cold, it's cooling down. It's cooling down. I'll tell you guys right now, it's cooling down. Yeah, your favorite cake, yeah. Oh, that was what that was. Oh, I thought okay. Yeah, I was like what the heck is that? Because yeah, you kind of sent it a little late. But yeah, that looks good. I need to put my phone back in my hold on 1 second. Just a second. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Anyway, hello. Welcome to today's stream. I know that you guys are probably reading the title of this and you're like, what the heck are we talking about today? Because I said end of a sophomore. Something on my eye. Anyway, so I'm kind of reviewing my sophomore year of high school, even though I'm not in I am in high school, but I'm not in my sophomore year anymore. I'm in my junior year, and I've been in my junior year for actually quite a month now. A little bit less. But I want to talk about my sophomore year because I never did when I did end my sophomore year, which was literally 3 months ago before summer break, because summer break is right after finals, right? So sophomore year ended, I had my finals, and then I took my summer break, never made a live stream talking about my end of that year. I did do some live streams, I think, maybe 1 or 2, but didn't talk about school. So I'm going to talk about that today with you guys right now. And I also have some other things I want to talk about too, but so glad to see you all here today. Grade 6, oh wow. I'm glad to see you here. Yeah, I'm grade 10. No, grade 11. Junior year is grade 11. Getting confused with grade 10 because grade 10 is sophomore year. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about this year, and I'm also going to talk to you guys about my future because I also have some future plans for this channel, so I'm going to talk about that too. It does include how many videos I'm going to be posting on a day-to-day basis, and also about the future of what games we're going to play. So I'm going to start off with talking about my actual high school year, though, because that's probably the most important thing. That's the whole point of this live stream. I want to talk first about student council. So student council was something that I joined in my sophomore year. I didn't do that in freshman year because I was so focused on school because I was leaping from middle school to high school. Okay, I didn't know how high school was going to be. I didn't have a lot of friends at that time. In fact, I had no friends coming into freshman year. So it was quite a jump for me, and that was difficult. But in sophomore year, I finally learned that, hey, there are actually some things I can join, like clubs. I already knew that there were clubs in there, but I didn't really want to join any clubs. And in fact, in sophomore year, I didn't join any clubs either. But I did I did try and apply for student council, which is it's kind of more class council than student council. Student council is for the whole school. Class council is for each class. You know, coming up with what kind of fundraisers we're going to do to help the school, um, what we're going to do during assemblies, and just making the year kind of more fun. Spirit Week, stuff like that, where you dress up. I don't personally dress up or do any of those things on Spirit Week. It's mainly my like more outro like what do you call them, extroverted friends. I'm a very introverted kind of, I guess, calm person, so I don't really do those kind of things. But I do appreciate those people who do those things because it makes the school more fun. Um, so yeah, that's nice. So yeah, I joined student council. I was thinking, okay, well, I'm not gonna get nominated for this because well, I mean, who knows about me, right? No one knows about me. No one knew who I was. I mean, yeah, there were some people. In fact, most of my friends were people who I helped with their homework because I was such a nerd. I was really good at math, really good at science, and really it wasn't that difficult. But just a lot of kids were kind of lazy, so they didn't really, they didn't do much. But I needed my help, so I helped a lot of people. Like in my math class, I was literally doing more teaching than my teacher was doing. Like my teacher was teaching, doing the actual teaching, but I was like helping them with their Khan Academies, helping them with their worksheets, and I even helped them prepare for their quizzes. So I did a lot for people, and I think some people appreciated it, but not a lot of people actually like cared about me. They didn't say hi to me in the hallways, so it was a bit of a bummer. But the point is that I didn't think I was gonna get into class council. Apparently, the president and the vice president of the sophomore class council decided, let's give this guy a shot. So I was in. I got my interview, and then I got accepted. And that moment was majestic for me. It felt surreal because I was like, they actually believe in me. People think I can do this. People think I can lead. And although it's not the leading position is obviously, uh, sophomore class president and sophomore vice president. Not what I was going for. I didn't tell you guys this yet, but I applied for a treasurer and historian. I didn't get into historian because I had to submit a video, I think, of the recap of last year, which I didn't do. So automatically they ruled me out. So instead, I could get treasurer though. There were other people who applied for that position, but I got it. So I felt so honored and I was so ready to get into this. Here's two things I didn't think was going to happen. One, I would learn that it is very difficult to participate in meetings and very difficult to participate in spirit, which spirit means like morale boosting, energy. Number two, I didn't realize that all of the people in the class council were girls. And this will come into a huge effect in a bit because here's what happened basically. I'll just sum it up because I don't want to talk too much about it. I have other topics, so I'm just going to talk about class council for a little bit here. I learned that all the people in class council were girls except for me, including the vice president and class president, which I kind of already knew because when I was interviewed by them, as well as my sponsor too. The sponsor is like a teacher slash counselor. This time it was a counselor, so she was female, and as well as the vice president. But every single other person on that class council was female too. Fundraising, historians, spirit, secretary, all of them were female. And normally you'd be like, oh well, that's normal. But the thing is that, guys, I don't have a lot of, at that time I didn't have a lot of experience talking to girls. Okay, I didn't have a girlfriend, and I didn't talk to a lot of girls at all. Most of my friends were boys, and even in freshman year I didn't have a lot of friends who were boys. And that's what sophomore year made different. I found a lot of other friends. So, but before we get into that, I want to finish off with class council. So, it didn't go as well as I thought it was going to go. I wasn't able to participate as much as I would have liked to, and I wasn't able to be helpful, as helpful as I would have wanted to. I was helpful, okay? I'm not going to say I didn't go out of my way to make things work. I presented ideas. I was there in almost every meeting, and I did everything they asked me to, including dancing. Because during the winter assembly, the class councils had to dance. I was part of that. I danced, and I've never danced before. I think I did carry my weight, but I could have carried it a lot more. My dog is outside, by the way, Nova. So you can't see him right now, and probably won't see him on the screen because I don't want to have to go wake him. But I'm pretty sure he's asleep. But yeah, hopefully your cats are doing fine. Um, so yeah, it was kind of difficult for me, guys, but I wanted to let you know that it's an experience, okay? And I actually think I still have the. I don't know if I still have it. Oh, here. This is the rubber duck they gave me when I was accepted into class council. They gave me a little note saying, "Hey, you were accepted into class council." They also gave me this. I still keep this, and if you guys know, if you guys are friends with me on Instagram, which you guys probably aren't, you'll see that I had a picture of this. It was a little duck. It's actually a baseball duck. I don't know why they do that, but it's funny. So yeah, I kept that, and hopefully, I did apply for class council this year, so I might get one this year. There's a chance. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna be involved in it this year, but there is a chance. Moving on, there is also a really important factor of this because although I wasn't very good, some of the people who were in class council actually liked me. Most, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, most of them probably didn't. Like even now, most of them don't say hi to me. That could just be because they're kids, and kids who aren't close to other kids, they don't have a lot of manners, and I get that. But some of them really do. They actually really enjoyed my presence, and they still talk to me. They talk to me on a day-to-day basis. And it is really awesome to know that some people still care about me, and some people really do. But I don't want to get too sappy, but I do want you guys to know that it means a lot to me for people to be able to do that. And even if I wasn't the best person I could have been, and I don't know if that's the best person I could have been because who knows what would have been different if I had a completely different personality. What if I was energetic? What if I was different? Um, and sometimes you feel like you want to be different. But the most important thing to know is that you don't need to change all the time. I'm not gonna go out there and say you don't have to change at all because certain things you do need to change. And my dad, he makes very good points. That certain things are you need to change. Like let's just say you start stealing, right? You're gonna need to change that part about you. You don't want to have the temptation to steal, but certain things that aren't harmful necessarily, not necessarily parasitic, you don't need to change. That's the way I see it. Certain things about you, you shouldn't change because that's just who you are. Should I talk more? Yes, I believe that I should. Do I need to be that energetic, loud mouth, that person that goes at the parties? That one party foul, that one person who just everyone is attracted to. No, personally, I don't want that. I don't need that, and I don't want that. I don't want to be energetic. I don't want to be the star. I would rather be that guy in the corner who you talk to. Not because you're pitiful, but because you like him. I like having a couple of friends. Good friends. Not a lot of friends who I don't know. And personally, I have a mixture of that. I have some really good friends. One of them, Nova, who is currently in the stream. I also have another one who's not in the stream, but he's also a pretty good friend too. And I have some other good friends at school. The two that I mentioned, though, are not actually people who I know from school. Most people I know from school. You guys will know that. Yay, Nova, yeah. Another one, Abel. I don't know where he is, but he is. He doesn't go to my school. He goes to somewhere else. But he's also a pretty good friend. I have his Discord too. I don't have a lot of people's Discords, and you guys will know about me. I don't have a lot of people's Discords because I don't care about reaching out if I don't have to, and if I don't think that they're good friends. If I think they're good friends, I'm gonna be like, oh, well, do you have a Discord? And they're gonna be like, yeah, and we're gonna exchange. And I've done that for a couple of people, but not everybody. And I think that's the way people should go. You don't want like 200 Discord, usernames or 200 Discord servers. That would be really bad. First off, it's really bad. Okay, you don't want to get that many notifications every day. It's horrible. I'm in one Discord server. I get notifications every single day. The only day when I don't get Discord notifications is during like lockdown. That was when I didn't get it. But back then, I wasn't even in a Discord server, I don't think, so that doesn't really make it much sense. But you guys will know, if you guys were around Discord in lockdown, you don't really get too many because most people are focused on their own thing about being safe and all that. But for me particularly, not really, because I don't think I had Discord at that time. I'm not sure. Anyway, though, the most important thing is what I'm trying to say, and my whole point of this little spiel here is that you don't have to change, but there are certain things, there's a spectrum And you don't want to be radical, meaning you don't want to be on one side or you don't want to be on one side. You want to be somewhere in the middle. You don't want to be that super extroverted person because you think you should be. And you don't want to be that super lonely person because you don't want to change at all. You want to be somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle where you're not necessarily the most popular person, not necessarily the cream of the crop, but you are not lonely. You have friends. You're satisfied with who you are. You're satisfied with who you know. You're satisfied with your grades. You're satisfied with your physical appearance, your mental appearance. You're satisfied with your behavior and other people's behavior around you. You're satisfied with the people who you think are good, and you're satisfied with your judgments. You should be satisfied with yourself. If you're not satisfied, you're doing something wrong. Yeah, there are certain moments where you shouldn't always be satisfied because you're gonna have certain things that you don't like about yourself sometimes, but that shouldn't be all the time. Is my point. It shouldn't be a point where you just absolutely hate yourself to death. You shouldn't also love yourself to death. Okay, just don't get me wrong. That's also a really bad thing. You don't want to be that person who's like, oh, I'm just so great. I'm awesome. People love me. There's nothing wrong with me. No, that's the wrong thing to do. But you should also think, oh, I'm miserable. I'm just like the worst person. I want to die. I want to, cry in a corner. You'll have those moments, but you shouldn't have them all the time. I've had those moments. And I know people who have had those moments. It's scary, but shouldn't be all the time. You should get over it, and if it comes back, just know that you're good. You're a good person inside. You know who you are. Not everyone has to understand you. Not everyone will understand you. Not everyone will be willing to understand you. But it's those people who will that are truly good people. And it's you. When you understand yourself, when you understand who you are, when you figure it all out, that's when you know you're in a good place. That's when you know you've been satisfied. You satisfied yourself, right? So, I don't know if that makes any sense. I could be just rambling on and on and on and on. But that's the way I see life. You don't have to make changes if you don't want to, for most things. You want to be in the middle of the spectrum, and if you're satisfied with yourself, you know you're doing it right. If you're not satisfied with yourself, that's okay. Don't be afraid. Get help, but don't be afraid. And if you're not satisfied all the time, then you're doing something wrong. You see, that's what differentiates the end of the spectrum meaning a line, right? Like an array of colors. That differentiates the end of the spectrum to somewhere in the middle. Personally, me, I am somewhere on the left side of the spectrum where I'm not lonely, but I'm not in the middle, which would be I'm always satisfied, or would be I'm mostly satisfied. Sometimes I'm not satisfied, and that happens like probably 25% of the time, which is a lower end of the spectrum, but I'm not lonely to a point where I think that I should go away. I should just leave Earth, and you know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say it because then, things might happen. But I don't want to say it, but you guys know what I mean. I think you guys all understand what I'm trying to get at here. And that's the important part, okay? So, yeah. My point is, don't change, okay, if you don't feel like it for most things. And the reason why I mentioned that was because sophomore year freshman year was when I felt that way. Sophomore year was when I did things a little bit different. I didn't necessarily change, but I sort of did. It's a paradox. It's a paradox where two things that are correct can't work together. They shouldn't work together, but they do. And I'll tell you how they work together. So, I didn't necessarily talk to everyone in my classes in sophomore year. But to those people who I thought could possibly appreciate me, I judged them by the way they behave around other people. And I went up to them, I said, hey, my name's Brandon. What's your name? I can make judgments beforehand before I actually talk to people. I don't just go out there and say, oh, hi, I'm Brandon, not based on anything. I have to actually base my opinion on, hey, Does this person look like they can actually talk to me? Do I seem to relate somehow to that person? And that's how I do it. That's how I make my friends. Sometimes it's not me who does those things. Sometimes it's someone else. Sometimes it's the other person. Sometimes people come and reach out to me. And sometimes I actually wonder why they do, because I don't think we have anything in common. But then we end up having things in common. So sometimes it's good, guys. Sometimes it really is good to be yourself. Sometimes you don't need to change for things to be good. Sometimes you don't need to change for things to work out the way you want it to. Sometimes you can achieve your dreams without even changing a thing. Because maybe you're good enough already. Just think about that for a second. Maybe you're already good enough. Maybe you're already enough to succeed at some things. Remember that. Some things is a very important, like, bold it, guys. Bold that. Underline it because it's important. Okay, I don't want you to guys go out there and say, oh, I can probably fly now, and then you fall off a cliff and die. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. That would be like, oh my gosh, guys, don't take my words like that. I'm trying to improve you, the way you think, but I don't want to be completely your influence. You have to talk to other people to get an influence. You know, like, if you're studying what I'm studying right now, AP Chem, and you listen to like one person talk about a topic, you don't base it off of that guy. Go look at other videos talking about the same topic and then see what are the similarities, what are the differences, what is the best way to learn. Is it going to be this guy's way? Is it going to be this guy's way? Is it going to be this woman's way or this guy's way? This professor, that teacher? Different ways. People have different ways of expressing themselves, and that's important. But there's going to be similarities, and you'll figure out that maybe those similarities are good. Maybe there's a reason why there's similarities like that. But anyway, though, I'm getting a little off topic, though, there. My point is that I didn't do much to change myself to still be successful. What I did change, though, was talking to people, right? I actually reached out to people who I thought I could relate with. And sometimes I reach out to people who I don't relate with at all, and I end up relating with someone. So sometimes it just goes well, guys, and sometimes there are coincidences. Sometimes it's just fate to know someone, you know? Sometimes it's just meant to be. So that's something you can, that's something to think about for a second. Just pause and think about, maybe there was fate. Maybe I should know this person. Maybe it's just right to do that. So yeah. Sophomore year, though, besides class council and getting to know more people, I also did get to go through honors classes, which is great because honors classes were not that bad. This year I'm taking AP classes, even harder than honors classes. It is the highest level, so there's nothing higher than that. Okay, this is as hard as you're gonna get, guys, but I don't know how difficult it's gonna be, so pray that I do well, okay? I think I can handle it. I'm handling it okay so far, but I will let you guys know how I do in the end. We shall see. What I will say, though, is that AP classes, they move by pretty fast. Okay, you get tests like almost every week, and that is not how regular classes go. Regular classes are like every I would say every 3 weeks you get a quiz or a test. You'll get a quiz for sure in 2 weeks, but by 3 weeks, we're probably gonna have a test. And that's okay, I'm glad I took regular classes. I'm glad I took honors classes. I'm glad I took AP classes. Even though I don't pass my classes, I'm still going to be glad because it was an experience. And then I'll know what my limits are. So, yeah. That's something that I went through. I did go through practice state testing, which was a little bit difficult. But I think I was above average. So that means that I have a chance this year when I do take my SAT, the actual thing, of getting a pretty high score. So I'm really hoping for that. I really am. I need to study for it too, though. So this weekend I'm gonna definitely study for that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's basically my sophomore year in a couple of words. I did meet some really good friends during the later half of my sophomore year. I met one of my friends from my regular chem class. Super nice person. she was like kind of a book nerd, which was kind of funny because she loves like Lord of the Rings and that kind of stuff. So that was fun to meet her. She's kind of distant now because she went into her own classes. And when, let me tell you guys, when you take AB classes, you're going your own way. Okay? You're going your own way. And most of the time, you won't see your friends because most of your friends are not going to be as, uh, I would say, as striving to be best as you. So sometimes you're not going to meet your friends. But yeah, she was a good friend. Unfortunately, probably not gonna see her very often anymore. But yeah, she was pretty nice. Another person who I met who was really nice was this guy named Drake, who I've talked to. I don't know if I've talked to everyone here about him, but he's super awesome, and you will see him appear sometimes on my Instagram because we do like fun videos together sometimes, and it was super fun. We're talking to him. He's super nice and also super much of a nerd. A lot of my friends are nerds. I'll tell you that. A lot of my friends are actual nerds. They know a lot about games or like books. So that differentiates a geek versus a nerd because a nerd is like academically. That's more me. Games and books and very specific stuff, trivia, Jeopardy type things. If someone's invested in that, you can call them a geek. And I am partly geek, partly nerd, partly geek. I'm very nerdy at history. I don't know if it's gonna be on the other side just going because we were talking about that earlier on Discord. I don't know if she's still here actually. She might not have been. She might have left now. But I'm gonna leave soon anyway though. So I will see you guys soon. But don't worry, I'm not gonna. Oh, you did. You're still here. Yeah, I was wondering what you were thinking about that. But tomorrow is fun because tomorrow I'm going to be not streaming, but I will be playing this game that I think was recommended by one of you guys. I downloaded it on my iPad. Thank goodness it's mobile because mobile is how I basically work, guys. If you guys don't know, I don't play a lot of computer games. I have tried playing 2 computer games. I actually tried one of them, and I did that on a stream. It wasn't the best quality because let me tell you guys, Steam is not the best platform to play games. I mean, yeah, there are good games on it, but it's not doesn't have the most high quality games. It has some good ones though. So I'm gonna see if I can play some of those. I think it has Red Dead Redemption. It also has Elden Ring. I don't know if Elden Ring's on Windows though. I think Elden Ring requires a Windows device, which is good, but I don't think that that's gonna be good fun. Oh, also it's a really long game too, so that's gonna be pretty difficult. But there's also the
We have to leave. So it's already 5:30.
also there's the sorry guys, I intend to talk to my mom right now. But I was gonna talk to you guys about what was I talking about? Games, right? Yes, games. So tomorrow I'm gonna do something on a new game, which is gonna be pretty fun. I don't know if I should do that or Minecraft because Minecraft is a little bit. I could do it. I guess I could. I'm still deciding. Still deciding on what I want to do yet, guys, with my future. But let me quickly get through with because I have to go soon. So I'm gonna quickly get through with gaming. Just guys, let you know what's gonna happen for the next couple weeks. So AB classes, they take a lot of my time, okay? I cannot afford to make videos on the weekdays anymore. I already couldn't do that last year. So it's not going to be very easy. I have to conserve my videos, which is why a lot of them look outdated. Like, for example, the one that I just posted today, I have very short hair. That was about 3 months back when I just started my summer break. I got a haircut around like the later quarter of my school year and sophomore year. So yeah, that was a while ago. But it was still a good video, so I think you guys enjoyed that. And hopefully I can get more recent videos coming out soon. I am still working on the Murder Mystery 2 summer event. I'm actually done with it. I'm just editing the videos now. I will let you guys in on a little secret so you guys can get a little bit of a sneak peek of what's going on and how I feel about the summer event. It's awesome. Okay, a lot of the components of it, I want to be very vague so I don't like spoil anything. a lot of the components of the game were really good. Like, really, really good. Like, and Nicholas, he outdone himself. This year is his best year by far when it comes to aesthetics. When it comes to the actual game, there's a couple of disappointments and one really, 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 really big disappointment. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet because it's really important. But yeah, the Halloween update is going to be awesome. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be awesome. But there was one really big disappointment, and I am very disappointed in Nicholas. Like, honestly, the developers, I don't know what they were thinking with this thing. It's really disappointing how they put it together. They're trying to make more money, is what they're trying to do. But I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. It explains, though, why there are so many hackers. Why you see people floating around in every single map. Unless you you click ascending servers and you look through the little servers and see, are there people who look specifically very noob-like? Because those people are always hacking. It is bots who have taken over society in Roblox. Anyway, so look out for that. That's a very important part. It's in the very last episode that I figured out, so it was a little bit disappointing. But I'm over it now. It's fine. You know, just I got a lot of weapons. Moving on to the next the next event, which is the Halloween event. So Noah just pointed it out. I'm gonna do that one too. Don't know if I'm gonna finish it. Probably not. But I'm gonna try and do a little bit of it. Probably just make like 1 or 2 videos on it. I don't know how I'm gonna organize it yet. Because I don't know if I want to have a Halloween week or not. I did do that last year. So I'll probably talk to some people, some other like YouTubers and stuff. I'm gonna talk to Snick about it. If you guys don't know, Snick is like one of the YouTubers who I used to hang out with a lot because he was a huge Pizza vs. Skeleton nerd, and I truly was too. Geek. We're both two Pizza vs. Skeleton geeks, but he kind of split off on other things, and now I'm splitting off on other things more recently. So I'll talk to him about this because this is a little bit more of a cool thing. Rather recreate the video we did? Yeah, sure. Actually, if we do that, then I could totally do a Halloween week because we're gonna do like a obby. We can Nova and I will probably find like some obby that we can do, and maybe we can film it. So you guys will probably see that somewhere in October or November because I think it came out in November last time. But let me check what time it is because I might have to go soon. 3. Okay, I still have time. I still have a little bit of time. Let's do 5 to 10 more minutes. 5 to 10 more minutes and I'm gonna leave. Because I have to go shower and I have to get ready for church. I have a very busy Saturday, guys. I'm going out to eat after that, so you guys won't see me. But I am going to probably make another video like later on today or tomorrow. But I have to study too. So you see like where all this stuff, it clashes and it collides and it's so much going on in my life. Sunday for you. Yeah, I know. Oh, man. I should have talked to you yesterday because yesterday was also a good day. It would have been Saturday for you and Friday for me. But, yeah, that's basically it. So the point of this video here is to tell you, first off, sophomore year, I already told you about that. But now videos are going to come out a little bit less frequently, okay? I'm going to do like 3 to 5. What does that mean, alternative? I don't know what that means. Could you elaborate? Big task at hand. Anyway, though, while he does that, 3 to 5 days, I will probably make a video within like once or twice a week because I don't know how often I can handle it. I'm trying to study for my AP classes and it's taking a long time, and I have academic decathlon. I have to put my priority somewhere, and gaming just isn't it. Am I rainbow? No, I'm not. But basically, the point is that I'm going to be working on some stuff that's going to be very, very awesome because I think that I have some ideas for next coming months. I'm also going to play Baby in Yellow again to see what that is. So that's going to be fun. Look out for those kind of things. And yeah, it's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be fun. This is going to be like a really awesome moment for us. Unfortunately, I have to sacrifice time. And like I said, priority is school. So I have to focus on academic decathlon and my classes, not this. This can come during the weekends, so I'm going to try and do that. But just to let you know, that's the plan for today. And yes, I am going to be leaving in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, Mom.
I have to shower. You know that, right?
I know.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I don't live in San Francisco. Okay, you know what, guys, might as well go in like a couple minutes because I have to go and shower and stuff. So I will see you guys in a little bit. But thank you for being here. I'm gonna do a stream next week, maybe, hopefully on Saturday, on Sunday, because I don't think that Saturday is a good day to do streams. But anyway, though, I'll see you next time. Thank you for being here, and look out for new things coming out in the next, I think, couple months. I'll update you guys on that. See ya.